Sports Channel presents the Ohio High School Athletic Association Girls State Basketball Championships. From St. John Arena in Columbus, Ohio, it's the Division IV State Championship game pitting Jackson Center against East Canton. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Sports Channel and our coverage of the state championship games. 3 of 4 coming up right now live on Sports Channel. What a matchup this should be in Division IV between Jackson Center and East Canton. My partner, as always today, is the one and only Iron Man, Bill Needle. And Bill, let's first of all recap the first 2 state championships that we've seen here on Sports Channel in Division II and Division I.
Randy, first of all, I'm no more an Iron Man than you are. You're right here with me for all of it. We are halfway through the 4 games of the 4 divisions, Ohio High School Girls Championships. Cincinnati Roger Bacon in Division II in our first game today put on a clinic. Inside scoring, outside scoring, aggressive defense. They topped Elida to take the Division II title earlier today. In Division I, the girls from Beaver Creek withstood a furious rally from the Lakewood Rangers to take the Division I title. And now we've got Division IV. Now, they may be the smallest of the schools. That doesn't mean they're any less talented than those teams we've seen already.
For Jackson Center, they come in number 5 in the state. They knocked off number 1 Danville by a point in the semis. Their go-to player in this contest you really have to watch for is Julie Regula.
Julie Regula, 12.5 points a game, second team All-Ohio in Division IV. Hit the winning basket, as you said. She's the one that makes it happen for Jackson Center.
East Canton comes in also at 27-0 on the season. They are number 4 in the state. They got by Allen East by 20 points. They've got a great girl inside. She can do everything in Jody Dobransky.
Jody Dobransky headed to Ashland University. 21 points per game, 11 rebounds per game. Nice, soft turnaround jumper in the paint. She can rebound, she can run. They like to play an up-tempo game. Jody Dobransky, the woman in the middle for the East Canton Wizards.
And Roger McEldowney and Tom Davis are the co-coaches of the year in Division IV as well. These teams could be mirror images. We'll find out. Both are 27-0. This is it. The state championship game in Division IV. Jackson Center taking on East Canton. We'll be back with the tip-off here on Sports Channel right after this. Stay tuned.
North Coast Basketball Camps offers a variety of specialized instructional camps for girls from grades 4 through 12. The camps are tailored to meet the needs of all players and include fundamentals camps, special skills camps for post players, point guard, off guard camps, shooting improvement camps, and competition camps for players who want to compete against top players in an intense atmosphere. For more information, contact North Coast Basketball Camps and start your quest of becoming one of tomorrow's top players today.
Mr. Nelson.
Yes?
Hi.
Hi.
We'd like you to try Ponderosa.
Lois!
Extra, extra. Ponderosa's tender, juicy, extra-cut ribeye steak is here. Try our delicious extra-cut ribeye steak dinner, including our world-famous all-you-can-eat grand buffet and Sunday bar, all for one low price. But hurry, offer in soon.
Gee, should we?
Yeah. Nancy, 3 more?
Ponderosa, it's time you got your money's worth.
Discover the amazing training secrets of America's finest baseball school with Dynamic Practice Organization, a revolutionary new instructional videotape. Dynamic Practice Organization features professional scout and instructor Tommy Mansky with his famous building block approach to athletic training. This exciting instructional videotape features the same drills, techniques, and methods that have produced Baseball World's back-to-back-to-back AAU national championship teams. Dynamic Practice Organization makes any coach look like a genius and organizes offensive and defensive practices that players of all ages and ability levels can't wait to attend. And immensely improves team communication skills and even conditioning. This is the instructional video that's a winner. To order your copy for only $29.95, have your credit card ready and call toll-free 1-800-282-5020. The Dynamic Practice Organization teaching video makes a great gift, too. Call now, 1-800-282-5020.
Welcome back to St. John Arena. Just about ready for the start of this matchup in Division IV for the championship. East Canton, 27-0. Jackson Center with the same mark. Both teams in the top 5 in the state. And it is time now to meet both teams in the Division IV championship game. Let's join public address announcer Molly Haynes.
And now let's meet both the members of Jackson Center High School and East Canton High School. For Jackson Center, number 12, Sarah Kleinhand.
So there are your starting lineups for this matchup between East Canton and Jackson Center. Your officials in this contest, Tom Maloney and Brian Seacrest. And you got to watch some of the supporting players in this contest as well. We talked about Julie Regula for Jackson Center. Watch for the play of Tracy Schilling. She's in double figures at 12 points a game. And Brandy Davis as well with 11 points a game. Then for East Canton, yes, Dobransky is something else at 21.4 a game. But she gets great support from Tasha White at nearly 15 points a contest. Now, another story for East Canton. Heather Jacobson would have been a starter at a wing, but she injured her ankle in the first quarter in that game against Allen East. And Bill, she is a question mark for this contest today.
Yesterday against Danville, Roger McEldowney said his team was in as physical a game as it had been all year. I think that is the nature of the game we can look for. East Canton goes 5'10", 6 foot across its front line as Heather Jacobson has a seat on the bench. Obviously pained, not only in her ankle, but in her heart, missing the state championship game. On the front line for Jackson Center, 5'10", 5'10", 5'10". We're going to have us a battle.
Tip controlled in this contest by East Canton, obviously in white, going from right to left on your screen.
That's the man-to-man out there by Jackson Center, and high extended out, already 3/4 of the half court
Lob
up there.
inside, Dobransky goes down, no call, and we come back the other way in the person of Jackson Center. Heading the rush is Tracy Schilling. She stands 5'7" and a senior, and you talked about physical play. That game between Jackson Center and Danville was more like a football game at times, but Jackson Center prevailed by one. Inside, a rebound attempt, rejected from behind. Great play defensively inside by Tasha White.
In terms of physical matchups, this is about as equal as we've seen all day long, Randy. Good size up front. You see from behind, got to watch it from behind.
Each team averaging just over 70 points a contest.
Now that is the Division IV Player of the Year, nominally a center handling the ball, breaking the press for East Canton.
We talked about it. She can do everything for their squad. It goes astray with 7:11 left to go. We'll go back the other way. We talked about the coaches in this contest too. Tom Davis, another guy like Ed Zink in his 20th year coaching his team. Take a look inside at the rejection.
And the ball gets kept in play, keeps it alive. Jackson Center takes it down the far left sideline.
Amy Jenkins takes it down the lane, dishes it off, baseline from 7. The shot is up and good by Brandy Davis.
The reason that play worked is because Jenkins was able to get the ball to Davis when Davis was already set. Turnover, East Canton.
And we'll take it back the other way, just 1:04 into this contest. And we talked about Tom Davis. We should talk about Roger McEldowney in his second year at Jackson Center, a record 47-5. Before that, he coached at Wright State Salina. Inside, 2 for East Canton.
Great move by Tracy Schilling with the inside hand. A lot of times you take it up with the faraway hand to get some help. Tracy Schilling scoops it with the near side hand.
4-0, East Canton back the other way. Shot too strong. Fought for inside and put up and off the glass for 2 by Tasha White.
Tasha White, the second woman in the midst for East Canton on the board. She's a tough customer.
Come the Tigers back the other way. No good. Fighting for it inside is Brandy Davis, and a whistle and a foul with 6:27 left to go first quarter.
Early on, Randy, we've only played about a minute and a half, but you can see the aggressiveness that both of these teams attack the basketball with. On the glass, they go after it, and in the open floor, they're not hesitant about moving it up and down at a quicker tempo.
A.J. Jenkins picks up the first foul in this contest, number 1 for the Wizards. Inbound. Davis cannot convert from about 8 feet. And East Canton will take it back the other way. Here come the Wizards with 6:18 left to go. We talked about Dobransky. She's been doing this all season. In fact, throughout her career, she can penetrate, take it to the hoop. That's why they were so effective against Allen East.
Great change of place by Jody Dobransky. Looked it off and headed down the paint.
Back outside, this is Bauer, a 5'3" junior. I think, Bill, we're going to see something like 4 starting guards in the 8 teams that we'll have that are 5'3" or shorter. So the little person is back in at the point in girls state high school basketball.
And don't get confused about the 5'3" point guard, folks, who dribbles the ball and passes off. We've got 5'3" point guards that can score and fill it up in this tournament.
And we'll see that especially in the next contest with Kylie Kreitz from Sherwood Fairview. 4-4 not at 5:45 left to go. Jenkins sends it up to Dobransky. Jody trying to break it herself again, and she will draw the foul inside.
She is so very mobile that it's difficult to match up with Jody Dobransky. You can take her in the backcourt, get her in the open floor. When you've got her in the open floor, it's difficult to cut her off because of her size.
Foul goes on Amy Jenkins. That is her first. Each team now with a team foul, and Dobransky will put it up again. This time a little short, fighting for her rebound, and Regula has it. Inside to Davis. She's making a name early for herself in the Division IV state championship game.
East Canton having a little bit of trouble finding their man in transition defense. When the pressure's extended and they're staying in a man-to-man, they got to find the person they're supposed to guard.
Brandy with 4 shots already. She's hit 2. Saves by the Wizards. They send it back outside. It is launched by Bachman. No good. Turner with the rebound. Dobransky all over the place. And see, that's the thing. Normally when you talk about a post player, you say, well, gee, in college, she's going to have to change or improve her game. I think Dobransky is already ready for college basketball at Ashland.
No, because she become in Ashland at Division II level, she'll be able to play in the front court, but she can put the ball outside, play on a wing, and create mismatch problems when that time comes.
6-6, 4:55 left to go first quarter. Regula, top of the key. What a fourth quarter she had in their win over Danville in the semifinal, and you have to feel for Coach Paul Heineman and his team from Danville. 4 straight years they make it to the Final Four, and they never get a chance to make it to the championship game.
East Canton staying with the man-to-man defense. Amy Jenkins creating herself, scoring off the one-on-one move, and there's Dobransky breaking the press.
First 2 for Jenkins. And a whistle and a walk, and we'll go back the other way with 4:25 left to go. We were talking about these schools. Jackson Center, located in the Southwest District in Shelby County. And East Canton, obviously just east of Canton in the Northeast District in Stark County. And East Canton plays in the Principal Athletic Conference, which is the Pac-7. And Bill has got 8 teams in it, though. I thought I'd point that out, like the Big Ten and the Pac-10. Regula cannot hit. Davis inside again. She draws a foul inside. Brandy Davis a force early in this contest. The foul goes to Tasha White, her first.
It was a low-scoring game against Danville yesterday, Randy, 36-35. Brandy Davis had but 3 points and 4 rebounds in that game. Brandy Davis on the offensive glass right in front of you there. She's already close to those totals, and we've only played 3 minutes and 45 seconds.
She is a 4-year starter at the line, an honor student as well. And she'll have another. She's got 5 early in this contest. And Jackson Center now up by 3.
Issues starting to come up this way, Randy. Jackson Center in a nail-biter, 36-35 against the #1 team in the state. Allen East, who was eliminated yesterday by East Canton, it was a 20-point victory. East Canton not tested probably as much as yesterday's game against Danville. Jackson Center carrying along that momentum.
Bachman takes it strong to the hoop. Got it! And a chance for one more. Called the blocking foul inside on Tracy Schilling. That's her first. Another point, Bill, to feed off of that, too, is we saw a couple of these teams in the state finals then, after beating the #1 team in the state, lose in the championship game.
Kelly Bachman is the second big scorer on the front court. Watch her control. The undercut comes on the foul from the high angle. Kelly Bachman follows it through. Kelly Bachman makes it a 3-pointer. She has a habit of playing big in big games. Regional semifinal, she went for 18, Randy.
4:02 left to go. The lead is down to 1 now at 10-9. This is Schilling. Tracy. Locked off, brings it back out. Regula thinks about it, sees the opening. Has it rejected by Dobransky. Will try it again and connect.
Jody Dobransky pulled back, maybe a little concerned about fouling, but Julie Regula not afraid to go back up with aggressiveness.
And fought for and taken away by Shanna Bauer. Regula has it again. Not this time. And it's taken away by Kelly Bachman. 3.5 left to go. Jackson Center up by 3, but East Canton with the basketball. Glad to have you on Sports Channel for the Division IV state championship game. Put up from outside and no good by White. A whistle and a foul inside. A push-off goes on Jody Dobransky. That's her first.
Amy Jenkins gets good position underneath the defensive glass for Jackson Center. Good look there at Amy Jenkins, the 5'10 senior.
And that is now team foul number 3 in this contest on their team with 3:21 left to go. Checking in for Jackson Center is Melody Mann, and taking a seat is Tracy Schilling.
Great game off the bench by Melody Mann yesterday. 8 points and 6 rebounds. She had 8 points. Jackson Center only had 36.
And always the first sub in for Jackson Center. 12-9 our score. Tigers up by 3. 3:11 left to go. Dobransky, hawked by Jenkins, will stop and pop in and out. And hunted down by Regula.
Even though they're outsized by just a tad, Jackson Center doing a good job limiting second shots by East Canton.
Man finds Bauer, baseline, gives Shanna Bauer 2.
Shanna Bauer had time to get set, got into rhythm, and let it fly.
Wright with the lead for Bachman with 2:42 left to go. Inside, Wright will put it up. Now, the interesting thing, when you look at Stacy Wright, look how calm and composed she is out there. She is a 5'9" freshman, averaging nearly 8 per contest. She had the same style of game against Allen East. Great defense by A.J. Jenkins, forcing that turnover. And East Canton now with a chance to cut that 3-point lead by Jackson Center.
These are two physical teams, and referees are allowing them to play physically as well.
Dobransky hunts it down. Jody will stop and pop and nail it.
Her range is surprising for a nominal center, Randy. She's scoring inside, but when she pulls up for a jumper, those are 12 to 15 footers that she's scoring with.
And she can line it with one hand, can't she? Inside, Bauer has the pass knocked away. The Tigers get it back with 1:57 left to go here in the first quarter.
Solid hustle play by 45 White. A.J. Jenkins comes flying down the backside in the transition game, gets to the basket, which is where you're supposed to go, knocks the ball away.
Christy Weaver in for the first time for Jackson Center, along with Stacy Arnold, Shanna Bauer, and Julie Regula will take a seat. 1:57 left. Tigers with a basketball and a 1-point lead. Man, working baseline. Too strong. Who's going to get there first? It'll be A.J. Jenkins. Dobransky loves to run the court, and she's called for the walk, though, that time. Tried to stop after that pump fake and just could not stop that pivot foot before it moved.
Great quickness by Jody Dobransky to get away after receiving the pass from A.J. Jenkins.
There you see the turnovers in the first 6 minutes and 15 seconds of this contest.
Tracy Schilling back for Jackson Center. They're extending their defense. Is East Canton easily broken by Jackson Center.
Knocked away. Talking about Tracy Schilling, she had one contest earlier this season, Bill. She was 12 out of 13 from the field against New Bremen. That's amazing. I couldn't do that if I was alone on the court for an hour.
I couldn't do 12 out of 13 anything.
1:32 left to go. Jackson Center with the basketball. The Tigers with a 1-point lead. Both teams 27-0. As we said, 7 of the 8 teams in the championship games are undefeated, and taking it strong with a hoop for 2 is Tracy Schilling.
Good motion offense by Jackson Center, using Tracy Schilling's ability to move with the basketball to score there.
Inside, White counters for 2.
Got to get back. Tasha White sneaks down the far right sideline. All that work by Jackson Center. East Canton gets the basket back quickly.
She's got 4 in this contest. This is Stacy Arnold, a 5'6" sophomore. Some young players out there. Of course, in Division IV, you don't have a lot of kids in your school, so you play whoever you have. And nailing that one from 15 is Christy Weaver.
Pretty good shooting going on. Both teams shooting right around 50%.
White will take it baseline, toss it up, and connect again.
Tough
on a roll.
shot on the move by Tasha White. One thing to shoot when your feet are set, another thing to pull up and drill it on the run.
She has got 6 now in this contest. Man, looking to take it the distance with 31 left in the quarter. Put up from outside, no good. Jenkins with a rebound baseline. And here goes Wright one more time. 18, 17, 20 seconds left to go. Let's see if East Canton waits for one. They have somebody open weak side. That is Bachman. Has it rejected by Brandy Davis, but she is called for the push. That's her first.
Brandy Davis got her down low with the body. The block was there with the hands, but the body gets the block. You can see, here comes Brandy Davis. The block is there. Watch the bottom. She had her hand on her hip.
Tara Davis, the 5'9" freshman, checks in now for East Canton. Also in number 44, Mickey Smith, a 5'5" junior.
Nice look at Kelly Bachman there at the free throw line yesterday against Allen East. Second leading scorer for the East Canton Wizards, 14 points and 9 rebounds.
And she's a 3-year starter for the Wizards and Tom Davis.
Maybe this is a good time for you to tell me why the boys team are the Hornets and the girls team are the Wizards.
Well, it is the Osnaburg School District, spelled with an S, but back in the late 70s, they put together an annual, and it was based on the Wizard of Oz. Well, the girls liked that nickname. The boys kept it for a season. They said, we're going to be the Hornets instead. So they are the Wizards of Osnaburg. Ergo, that's how they got the name.
Right now, they are the Wizards of Division IV, undefeated at 27-0.
And they would like more than a hat. They would like a crown. In 24 minutes, 9.9 on the clock here in the first quarter, and we'll go back the other way. And right to inbound. This is Smith. Back the other way with 2. Arnold, will she launch it in time? She cannot convert after 8 minutes. We are not at East Canton 18, Jackson Center 18. Back with the second quarter of the Division IV State Championship game right here on Sports Channel.
Now, a few words from Archie Bunker on evolution.
We didn't crawl out from under no rocks. We didn't have no tails. And we didn't come from monkeys, you atheistic pinko meathead.
Archie Bunker on gun control.
Did you know that 65% of the people murdered in the last 10 years were killed by handguns?
Would it make you feel any better, little girl, if they was pushed out of windows?
And now Archie Bunker on video cassette with All in the Family, the Collector's Edition. The Emmy-winning sitcom that broke all the rules. Yours for only $4.95 plus shipping and handling for your first 4-episode video cassette. Now you can experience the legendary wisdom of America's foremost expert on everything. Archie Bunker on politics.
And Salvatore, Feldman, O'Reilly, Nelson. It's an Italian, a Jew, an Irishman, and a regular American. What I call a balanced ticket.
You'll even hear from Archie on the job.
To get your first 4-episode video for only $4.95, have your credit card ready and call toll-free now, 1-800-453-7700.
Bill Needle, not a lot of difference when you look at the numbers from the two teams after the first 8 minutes of play. Canton East, 8 out of 16 from the field, 50%. Jackson Center took one more shot, which they missed, 8 out of 17.
Well, they're getting good shots, and that a measure of their ability is that they're able to convert them. They're not taking difficult shots. They're getting good ones.
Dobransky has tremendous speed in transition. You can see that, and can dish it off inside. And nailing it for two is Kelly Bachman.
Kelly Bachman, very cool. Lets the traffic clear, then kisses it sweet off the glass.
She's the leading scorer in this game now with 8. Dobransky has 6. Davis has 6 for Jackson Center. Outside, this is Bauer for Regula with 7:30 left to go first half. Strong to the hook. No, can't get the roll. Right with the rebound. She's got a touchdown pass, garnered nicely by Mickey Smith, who takes it inside and loses the handle. Back and forth we go. What can Bauer do this time? She'll stop and pop. Fight for her rebound, and with 7:11 left to go, that is a lucky time for East Canton.
Good look there, Jody Dobransky, Division IV Player of the Year, bound for Ashland University of Division II. Of all the games we've seen today, she seems to have the most versatile ability. She's able to move out on the floor. She's able to pass, break the press, score underneath. Quite a talented young lady is the Division IV Player of the Year, Jody Dobransky.
Tom Davis says she does everything but shoot the three. And I think she could probably do that if she had to. That's not her role, though, with this team. It's taken away by Jackson Center. Chance to tie. Touchdown pass. Bauer will try to get by right baseline, and Jenkins will reject it inside, but she is called for the foul, and for AJ, that is her second.
A fearless move by Shanna Bauer. 5'3", takes it into the paint, not afraid to find out what happens. Great step around. She clears the freshman by a lot, takes it to the paint, and doesn't hesitate. No pump fake. She got bailed out, actually.
Jackson Center plays in the Shelby County Athletic League. It seems like Fort Loramie. Remember Tom Brandon, we have Ohio State came
sure
up there.
Do. Sure
Lucia, 7 teams in that league. Bauer, another one of those iron people that we were talking about, tough little guards. She had an ankle injury against Fort Loramie, and she didn't want to come out of the game. She has come on offensively for Jackson Center the last couple of games. She nails that from the line. And it is 2019 East Canton by 1 with 6:44 left to go. White, Regula with a board, and she got hit in the face. Looks like she might have gotten it in the eye, but she'll go over to the bench right now.
Yep. It's a contact lens issue. She's already pulled it out. Now the question is, Randy, does she put it in her mouth and pop it in her eye, or does she go to the solution bottle? Here we get a look at it. You see Julie Regula get poked in the eye. Up on defense, ball comes off. Regula in position to rebound, pulls it down, gets popped in the eye by Jody Dobransky.
My preference is the solution. What's yours?
I don't wear I don't know. I haven't had that problem. I just kind of look at the people who have contact lenses.
I gave them up 5 years ago. See better now than I did before.
Well, you ought to, because basketball's a non-contact sport.
Yes, thank you very much. From outside, Bauer hits nothing but air, and inside the rebound, hauled down by Tasha White. And if you believe that, I have some land to sell you. Here comes Wright back the other way. 6:17 left to go. East Canton up by 1. As we said, both teams 27-0, and they call the push-off inside on Brandy Davis. She's not too pleased with that call. That's her second foul.
She feels as though she has been wronged, does Miss Brandy Davis. However, official Brian Seacrest says she reached across to make the play.
That is her second foul.
Roger McEldowney is not pleased.
Tara Davis back in for East Canton, and taking a seat is Tasha White with 6:13 left to go. There is Roger on your screen. 47-5 in 2 years. He is just 29 years old.
We will get a look now. Christy Weaver, 6'1", senior center into the game, replacing Brandy Davis.
With those 2 fouls, she rests with 6:10 left to go. Inside to Bransky for 2.
She set it up with a great move to the outside before she broke free on down the lane.
Back the other way is Tracy Schilling, outside regular with 5:58 left to go first half. 22-19, East Canton leading Jackson Center by 3.
They've gone to the 2-3 now, away from the man-to-man that they started out with.
In and out for Schilling, tipped around to Bransky with the rebound, trying to force the issue. This is Bachman now. It's 3-on-3. Jenkins looking baseline, inside to right. Beautiful pass by A.J. Jenkins.
Absolutely magnificent recognition by A.J. Jenkins. East Canton putting it to him. East Canton, 5-point lead.
Jackson Center will burn a timeout there first. They have 3 remaining with 5:33 left to go in the first half. And the Wizards are up by 5.
Take a look at the pass from A.J. Jenkins. Across court, good recognition. She had to worry about the girls that were guarding her. That she saw the wide open Kelly Bachman, who's a credit to her passing ability and her court vision.
If you're Roger McEldowney right now, what do you tell your team down by 5, 5:33 left to go in the first half?
Certainly, you tell him to get to the glass because you're going to have to convert the second shots. As far as rebounding goes, they're being out-rebounded 12-4, so there's a deficit in rebounding. The shooting is simply in a cold spell right now. The timeout serves to get the group get reorganized, get them back involved in running the offense that they've been practicing all year long. They've gone from shooting 50% to shooting 38%. There was a time when they were 8 for 16. Now they have missed their last 5 shots in a row. You call the timeout to get them back on track.
East Canton up by 5, and this is a team that has been there every single game for head coach Tom Davis. You know, Bill, not once has any player gone down for any amount of time whatsoever. Nobody has missed more than 30 seconds of a contest due to injuries. Great conditioning off-season by everybody at East Canton. Right with the rebound, back the other way, 5:17 left to go. And the Wizards up by 5.
I'm not much of a talent scout, Randy, but 34 White, Stacy Wright, is going to be a great player by the time she's done with the Wizards of East Canton.
I told you that, and there's one that is great right now inside. Jody Dobransky now in double digits with 10 points. The lead widens out to its largest margin right now at 7 points, 4:55 left to go. Amy Jenkins, too strong, right with another board inside. You know, that's the thing, she comes off the bench, but in essence, East Canton almost plays like they have 7 starters.
And she does such a good job of rebounding from the weak side. Good fundamentals, good block out by Stacy Wright.
Bachman to right. Dobransky has it knocked away. Here goes Regula back the other way with 4:32 left to go in the first half. And the Tigers trailing by 7. Regula will stop and pop and miss, and Wright with yet another board, her 3rd in the last minute.
And they remain in a cold spell. 0 for 8. They have missed their last 8, have the Jackson Center Tigers.
Davis with the exact same thing in the semifinal, coming off the bench in their contest against Allen East, and she nails a jumper. And now it is time for another timeout for Jackson Center. They burn their second with 4:09 left to go in the first half. And look at that crowd right now from East Canton. They are happy. Their team up by 9.
Roger McEldowney has a veteran team. It shouldn't take him much in the huddle to say, we've been working on this stuff all year long. There's plenty of time. We've got 2 full quarters and the half of the second quarter to go. Just run the offense, get to the glass, and don't try to make up a 9-point deficit with 1 shot.
East Canton right now on a 10-1 run in this quarter. And Bill, another nice thing to see in this contest, you've got 2 teams making their first trip to the Final Four. As you can see, the boards being controlled big time right now by the Wizards, almost 2-1.
Jody Dobransky is very active in the paint. She's able to challenge shots and still get back to go to the glass to rebound. But right now, the reason that the Wizards have an edge in rebounding is because of the freshman, the girl with the red hair, Stacy Wright.
And right now they are crashing the defensive boards. Each team has 4 offensive rebounds, but East Canton with 11 off the defensive boards to but 4 for Jackson Center.
And when you're already 0 for your last 10 and you're not getting second shot opportunities, chalk it up to good defensive rebounding by the Wizards.
Man outside now to Tracy Schilling. Playing catch with 4:01 left to go. Baseline. Makes the move. The shot is no good by Schilling. And here comes White back the other way for the Wizards.
You couldn't slid a piece of paper between the 2 girls from East Canton on that defensive rebound. They were shoulder to shoulder.
This is Jenkins. Davis. She is just a freshman. White will stop and pop and nail another one from outside to lead up to 11.
And Randy, that one was in your face, Amy Jenkins. Tasha White let it go with Amy Jenkins right up in her nose.
She's got 8 points. She's 4 out of 6 from the field now. Schilling. Jenkins nearly takes it away. Schilling gets it back. She will launch. Too strong one more time. And here goes White. They've got the numbers. It's 4-on-2. Jenkins inside Davis tries to spin, and she's called for the walk.
Second great pass from A.J. Jenkins this quarter, Randy. She get rid of the ball very quickly. Turn over number 10 for East Canton, but it hasn't kept them from building an 11-point lead.
Well, you look at A.J. Jenkins, you say 4 points a game, that's not much, but look at this, 6.7 assists, 3.1 steals, 3 rebounds. That's why she's a starter in there for East Canton. She has a complete game. Amy Jenkins will put it up with 2:58 left to go, and a foul on the arm from behind, and chalk it up to number 25, Tasha White.
Tasha White does not feel that she committed a foul. We shall see if, in fact, that is the case. Amy Jenkins on the baseline. Tasha White, I have no comments, unless they give him free throws for fouling the basketball, because she sure didn't hit Amy Jenkins.
What a diplomat you are, Bill Needle.
I am. I'm in politics.
Jenkins will have another, averaging 7 per contest. 4 years on the varsity. One of the best defensive players in the state of Ohio, according to head coach Roger McEldowney. She had 6 in that semifinal win over Danville.
You spend enough time watching 4 games a day and girls' high-quality championship games. Take a look at Amy Jenkins. I am reminded of the great Megan Shawansky of Avon Lake in Division II. Has the short hair, has the slender body. Megan is off to Northwestern to play in the Big Ten. What a player she was for Amy Manko.
Nikki Smith with the ball there, lost the handle. She's back in now for Tara Davis to take the seat. And on the turnover, here come the Tigers. A chance to cut that 9-point lead to 7 or 6, and that one does not fall outside, and it goes out of bounds, and 3 bodies leave as well.
Randy Reinhardt, there was a time when the Lady Tigers of Jackson Center were 8 for 16 from the floor. They are now 8 for 25. By my count, 0 for their last 9.
And during that stretch, East Canton has hit 6 of their last 7 for 86%. The difference in this game, the 9-point bulge with 2.5 left to go in the first half. Lob inside to Bransky. Double team, puts it up, draws the foul with 2:27 left in the half.
And there you get a look at Brandy Davis. And if it's on Brandy Davis, it is not. It's on Amy Jenkins. We'll send Jody Dobransky to the line nonetheless. Talk about playing in the big games. Here's the defense. Jody Dobransky. 3 girls surround her. You can bet that all week long, Roger McEldowney has said, know what Jody Dobransky looks like, know her number, know where she likes to go on the floor, and make sure you meet her there.
And the danger is, though, when you do that, you leave somebody like Tasha wide open, or A.J. Jenkins,
Kelly Bachman, too,
or a Tara Davis off the bench.
They have succeeded because of the attention that is paid to Dobransky.
32-21, 2:24 left to go, and this is Arnold. Jackson Center down by 11. At the break, we were knotted at 18 apiece after 8 minutes. So Jackson Center with but 3 points here in the second quarter.
Second quarter's been trouble for teams thus far today. 19-4, Lakewood and Beaver Creek.
Yes, in the Division I state championship game, and we have a double dribble called on East Canton, so we'll take it back the other way.
Turnover number 11 for the East Canton Wizards. Jackson Center looking to make something happen from the floor. They've missed their last 10 shots in a row.
And a whistle and a timeout taken. We've got the 2-minute warning here in the first half. East Canton up by 11 at 32-21. And just a reminder, Coming up after this game at 9 o'clock tonight, we've got the Division III state championship game here on Sports Channel. Sherwood Fairview, undefeated, the only #1 team in the state to make it all the way to the championship game. They will take on Akron St. Vincent St. Mary. What a matchup that should be right here live on Sports Channel.
You know, Randy, you talk about the strength of the field that has come to this tournament for the final games, and we have 8 teams. We have only one of those 8 teams that has lost the game. Akron St. Vincent St. Mary, of the 8 teams in the 4 divisions, they have lost 1 game. The combined record has to be 150-something and 1 of the teams that have come here this Saturday.
And Akron St. Vincent St. Mary is a team that is Division III, but Bill, of their schedule, of the 20 games during the regular season, 9 are against Division I schools. They play no patsies. They are independent. So even that 1 loss you can almost throw away and say you basically have 8 undefeated teams. And with that, you also have to say that you only have 1 team that is #1 in the state in the last poll actually playing for a championship. That's coming up tonight at 9, as we said, with Sherwood Fairview. 1:55 left to go, and this is Arnold. Jenkins will take a baseline. Amy will put it up. Got it! That breaks the drought.
It was 0 for 10 until Amy Jenkins drives the baseline, pulls up and hits.
1:40 left to go. That is their first field goal in the second quarter. And there's the double team on White.
Roger McEldowney has made an adjustment, even though the fouls are called on this one on Amy Jenkins. The adjustment is start to trap, start to intensify the defense, try to get points off your defense. That's one adjustment that Roger McEldowney has made.
Amy Jenkins picks up the foul. That is her 3rd here in the first half, so she'll have to take a seat, and she is replaced by Schilling. Tracy comes back into this contest as you look at Amy on the bench with those 3 fouls. Timeout situation again, Jackson Center, only with 2 left now. East Canton took that one a little earlier. They have 3 remaining in this contest. 90 seconds left to go in the first half. Reminder coming up at the break. Bill Needle will be talking with Henry Zaborniak Jr., the coordinator of officials for the Ohio High School Athletic Association, and we'll take a look at our first half stats. From way outside, Bachman got it for 3.
Kelly Bachman, that's the first 3-pointer of the day for either team. Opens it up.
Neither team really lives or dies by the trail like some teams we've seen earlier here in the state championships. Another turnover. East Canton with the basketball. That turnover, number 7, committed by Jackson Center. White. Got it again.
She shoots very well on the move, Randy. Of all the girls we've seen today, Tasha White shoots about the best off the dribble of any that I've seen.
And Bill, look at that balance. Zabransky 12, White with 10, and Bachman with 9. But count the hoop down here on the other end with 52.2 left to go.
Brandy Davis, she's fouls on occasion. Sometimes, here we get a look at it. Going to the line, Melody Mann off the bench, takes AJ off the dribble, in the air, off the glass, chance for a 3-point play.
Kelly Bachman picks up the foul. That is her first foul situation. Each team now has committed 6 here in the first half. So
here's another young woman, and I mean that literally, a sophomore, Randy. Melody Mann, only a 10th grader, seeing a lot of action in a state final game.
Somebody who really understands the game, according to head coach Roger McEldowney. One of the first subs into this contest, fundamentally sound. She's been on the varsity for 2 years. Does a great job. And as you'll see in so many schools here in Division IV, another one of the many multi-sport athletes you'll see. Just about all these girls out here play at least 2 and probably 3 sports. And in the case of Jody Dobransky, she will graduate with 13 varsity letters. Davis. Inside, out of bounds, off the hands of Kelly Bachman. It goes back to Jackson Center.
One thing that East Canton does very well is that they create shots for their teammates very well. Dribble one way, have the teammates set up on the other side and deliver the pass. Good teamwork by East Canton.
The 2 officials are conferring. They didn't see what happened here. Now they're talking to see who's going to get the basketball. They'll call a jump ball. Neither could tell who was the last to touch it. Alternating possessions. The Tigers will get it back with 33.9 on the clock. A nice little conference there by Tom Maloney and Brian Sechrist. This is Mann. Hawked by Wright. She'll put it up from outside. And taking it inside is Schilling. And Jackson Center, maybe a moral victory, Bill, if they can cut the lead under 10 before halftime. This is Dobransky looking baseline. And they call the hold with 13 seconds left to go. I don't see a shy person out there with a basketball. Everyone is willing to take it to the hoop.
And I like the way that A.J. Jenkins plays the game. She doesn't hold the ball at all. She moves the ball where it needs to be moved. I'm just guessing here, but in a town like Canton where there's a lot of basketball played, I wouldn't be surprised just watching her play if she hasn't played a lot with the fellas, Randy. I think she looks like she's played a lot of basketball on the playgrounds with the boys because she can pass the ball so very well.
Regula picks up the foul. That's her first. Dobransky now looking for point number 13. She was also the MVP of her league in volleyball as well, to go along with those 13 letters. Under 10 in the half. Long and connected by Melody Mann.
The sophomores doing it for Roger McEldown, is keeping him close.
And Bachman will not get it up in time, although it does go down, but too late. And Jackson Center slowly creeps back into this contest after 16 minutes, 37-30 the score. Back with more here in the Division IV State Championship game on Sports Channel from St. John Arena right after this.
With the word staying focused being used by many coaches today, let me say to you, it's absolutely essential that you stay focused on your classroom work. With proficiency testing required for graduation and OHSAA academic requirements, nothing less by you is acceptable. By focusing in the classroom with the same effort as on the playing field, you are increasing your chances for success in life.
BW3, Buffalo, Wild Wings, and WEC is where you want to go for food, fun, and just about anything else. Wings in 10 flavors, from teriyaki to curry, from mild to wild to absolutely blazing. Besides the great wings, BW3 has WEC burgers and lots of other terrific stuff. Come in for happy hour, stay for dinner. BW3, the home of the real wing.
For more than a decade, North Coast basketball camps have been helping girls improve their basketball skills. North Coast offers a variety of day and evening summer camps for girls from grades 4 through 12. The goal of the camps is to provide individualized instruction and intense competition to help players realize their full potential. Each camp is designed by girls coaches with a combined 60 years of girls basketball coaching experience. For more information, contact North Coast Basketball Camps and start your quest of becoming one of tomorrow's top players today.
Welcome back to St. John Arena. East Canton and Jackson Center in the Division IV State Championship game. East Canton currently on top by 7 at the break. And I tell you what, Bill Needle, in that last minute or so, Jackson Center got back under 10. I said that would be a key if they could do that. They've got it down to 7 right now.
Well, it was a cold spell in the second period that made all the difference in this one, Randy. 37-30 at the half. But there was a period of time when the Lady Tigers of Jackson Center were 0 for 10. That has made the entire difference. Other than that, it's an even ball game. Both teams banging on the glass. Both teams shooting the shots that they want to take. But it's that 0 for 10 cold spell.
Take a look at some of the action from the first half. Kelly Bachman doing a great job for East Canton. And right now you're going to see the play of Melody Mann for Jackson Center, taking it to the hole for 2.
Splits them out front, kisses it off the glass, and then went to the line for a three-point opportunity. Melody Mann seeing a lot of action. Great game off the bench in the victory over Danville yesterday. Danville #1 in the State Division IV. Melody Mann had 8 points. Now, I don't know much about algebra and I don't know about arithmetic, but if your team scores 36 and you come off the bench for 8, you've done a lot to help your team get to the state finals.
Meanwhile, great balance for East Canton. Dobransky has 12, White 9, and Bachman with 9 points here in the first half.
Kelly Bachman turns her and goes into overdrive as she kisses it off the glass with a terrific move on the move. One thing that the East Canton girls do very well, Tasha White and Kelly Bachman, they shoot very well on the run, shoot very well on the move.
For Jackson Center, great balance for them as well. Schilling and Davis each with 6. Mann and Jenkins with 5 apiece. At the break right now, it is a 7-point game in favor of East Canton, 37-30. This is the Division IV state championship game on Sports Channel.
You're in a nightmare filled with monsters that bite, that crawl, that kill. Welcome to Predators of the Wild, an intense journey through a real-life chamber of horrors from Time Life Video. Face creatures so fearsome only the brave dare get close enough to film them. Scenes so close, they will make your skin crawl. Call this toll-free number now and begin your journey to the shadow world with Giant Tarantula, yours for just $9.99. Confront a spider that measures a foot across and has venom so powerful it dissolves its victims from the inside out. Other videos take you deeper into the shadow world. Get Giant Tarantula for just $9.99. Keep only the tapes you want. There's never a commitment to buy. So call now and stare into the eyes of a monster.
To order Predators, call 1-800-449-9900. That's 1-800-449-9900. Or send $9.99 plus $3.49 shipping and handling to Predators, Department 1, Richmond, Virginia, 23280.
We are at halftime of the Girls Division IV championship game, a game between East Canton and Jackson Center, and we are joined by the Director of Officiating of the Ohio High School Athletic Association, Hank Zaborniak. Hank, how do you get to ref one of these ball games?
Well, you have to be a little lucky, but you better be a little good, too. We have a rating system that our coaches utilize during the course of the year to rate officials. Those people that have the most ratings and the highest ratings are eligible to officiate in the regional and state tournaments. We end up with one official for every 125 registered officials at this state tournament officiating.
And how long generally does it take for a man or a woman, once he or she begins the career, to finally end up on the floor at St. John?
Many people with probably 20, 25 years of experience. Some people get lucky after 10 or 12 years, but it's going to be a decade anyway.
Hank Zaborniak, rules change year in and year out, and there must be papers and memos, piles and piles of them. How do you keep your members and officials up on all of these changes?
Well, we start them out with a 30-hour training class, and then after they complete that class, which involves rule study and some written exams and so on, from then on, each year they are required to attend about 8 hours of continuing education. One of those meetings in those 8 hours involves a rules meeting conducted by myself or another basketball interpreter from our office, and we go over the new rules and some rules that we maybe need to brush up on from the past. Every official is required to be there, and at least one coach from every coaching staff is required to be at those meetings.
Do you lose a lot of officials over the years, or are they pretty much the ones that start out and develop, stay with it?
Over a 5-year period, we lose about 70% of people who go into basketball officiating, for one reason or another. It's a lot more dedication goes into officiating than the average fan would expect.
And as far as these games here, how do you know that you got a good one? Do you watch them even at the state games?
We watch them. As a matter of fact, I have an observer working on the floor now, and he's picking out some things that people could work on, and we'll give that feedback to him.
Well, we're going to get some feedback in just a couple of minutes because the second half is about ready to go. Many thanks to the Director of Officiating of the Ohio High School Athletic Association, Hank Zaborniak. We'll be back with more right after this.
Budgets like people come in all shapes and sizes. And when it comes to financing or leasing a new car or truck, you want a plan that fits both you and your budget. And that's what you'll get at your Ford dealer.
Now get 3.9 financing or $750 cash back on special F-150 models. 3.9 financing or $750 cash back on America's best.
So don't be uncomfortable financing or leasing a new car or truck. Your Ford dealer has a plan that'll fit you just right. Making car buying easy. Your Ford dealers are winning Ohio over.
Remember after the accident when I finally got out of the hospital?
We got so far behind in our bills, we didn't know what to do or where to turn.
And nobody would help us out.
Then Steve and Nancy told us about Cashback Mortgage.
They got us the money we need to pay the hospital and all our other bills.
Cashback Mortgage really turned our lives around.
At Cashback Mortgage, you could find out right over the phone how we could help you, even if you've had problems with your credit. Call Cashback Mortgage at 1-800-851-CASH.
They test car batteries here. They test pickup trucks here. And when they test yard machines, they go here, Dave Spivey's house. MTD tractors, chipper shredders, lawnmowers, and edgers tackle the toughest jobs. Look for MTD yard machines at retailers near you. MTD.
Wow! I like it!
MTD yard machines, American-made, American-owned.
As many of you know, there are numerous advantages to participation in interscholastic athletics. For girls and young women, these advantages can be even more significant. Girls who participate in sports are 92% less likely to become involved with drugs, are 80% less likely to have an unwanted pregnancy, and are 3 times more likely to graduate from high school than those who do not participate. The OHSAA and its member school principals believe that participation in athletics for girls is valuable and encourage girls to participate in the sports programs available in their schools.
Welcome back to St. John Arena. Halftime of the Division IV State Championship game on Sports Channel. Jackson Center trailing by 7, 37-30. And while we're thanking everybody, the OHSAA has done a great job. And how about the job done by the Ohio State University hosting the state championship games? They'll do it again next weekend for the boys as well. And by the way, you can see those games right here as well on Sports Channel. Time out, our look at the scoring leaders in this contest. Schilling and Davis with 6 apiece to lead Jackson Center. Mann and Jenkins not too far behind with 5 apiece.
Noticeably absent, I'm sorry, Randy, is All-Ohio Julie Regular only has 2. I'm sorry, go ahead.
And for East Canton, you've got Dobransky with 12, White 10, Bachman with 9, and Wright off the bench with 4. Great play off the bench for East Canton in this contest as they lead by 7 as we start the second half, and the Wizards in possession of the basketball. Strong move by Bachman to the hoop. No foul call. We come back the other way in the person of Schilling for Jackson Center. Each team 27-0 on the season. East Canton number 4 in the state. Jackson Center ranked number 5. Good point, though, about Regular. Let's see if she can get more offensive chances in the second half. Not a matter of missing a lot of shots, just not getting a whole lot of chances in the first 16 minutes. Brandy Davis goes around the world twice and falls.
First time out of the box for each team. East Canton had a rather out-of-control shot by Kelly Bachman, but Brandy Davis had a good one for Jackson Center. Couldn't make a difference as far as the Lady Tigers are concerned.
Dobransky lost her dribble, but it's knocked out of bounds by Davis. Have a chance now to look quickly at the stats from the first 16 minutes of play. Bill, anything that reaches out and grabs you there?
Yeah, 62% field goal percentage by East Canton, and this one also, the front line of Bachman, Tasha White, and Jody Dobransky outscored the entire Jackson Center team all by themselves.
That's better than Bachman-Turner overdrive. Back the other way on the turnover with 7:05 left to go. Amy Jenkins. Davis, baseline. Schilling from 16, got it.
Gotta watch that momentum if you are Tom Davis.
It is down to 3. 6:48 left to go. Jenkins will lead it for Smith. Mickey through a double team. This is White going inside. What are they going to call? The block? Yes, they call the block inside on Regular.
It isn't that Tasha White didn't deliver solid contact. Watch the collision. It's not that Tasha White doesn't deliver solid contact. It's that she is not set. Julie Regular is not set. That was the call.
Non-contact sport, eh? That's what you were saying in the first half?
Yeah, non-contact compared to karate.
6:39 left to go. And Bachman to inbound. Dobransky, strong move, in and out. And did she go over the back? Yes, she did. Jody will pick up her second.
Good play. When you're worried about stopping the run, you go to your All-Ohio Player of the Year, Jody Dobransky. But after Jody missed the shot, she compounded it by going over the top to commit the foul.
Another key stat, Bill, in that second quarter. East Canton was 8 out of 11 from the field, 73%. And Jackson Center just 4 out of 15, 27%. And we say all that, and right now, Jackson Center could cut it to 1 or perhaps tie it with a 3-pointer. Schilling working baseline to Jenkins. Top of the key to Bauer. Shanna has it back, playing catch on the right side. Skip pass to Regular. She's open. Got it!
It's only a matter of time before the All-Ohio cream rises to the top. Julie Regular drills it with nothing but net.
And a walk is called. Let's see if head coach Tom Davis decides to burn a timeout.
Yes, he does. With good reason.
With 6:07 left to go, third quarter, his lead, which was double digits, is now down to 1. Each team now with 2 timeouts left. in this contest. I put you in the huddle one more time, Coach Bill Needle, and you are Tom Davis. What do you tell your squad right now?
Well, certainly take care of the basketball. That's the first thing that you have to do. That's a 6-0 run in 53 seconds. Also, you take time to calm your team down and remind them how much time is left to go. This is a tempo timeout here. Get a little more slowed down. Julie Regula, second-team All-Ohio player, 2 points only in the first half. Shows her poise, good form, reaches out, follows through, and how good was the skip pass that got the ball to her? Don't bother reversing it around the horn. Even the girls now are throwing the skip pass across court.
We saw that from Beaver Creek in the Division I state championship game, and they won it all over Lakewood by a score of 50-39. You see the miscues in this contest so far. Wizards with twice as many in this game. Also in the Division II championship game to start off our day at 11 this morning, Roger Bacon went all the way and got the crown. They got by Elida by a score of 64-48 in that game. Ann Schaefer broke all sorts of records. She had 9 3-pointers, good for 27 points. The Tigers with the basketball. A chance now to take the lead with 5:57 left to go, third quarter. Bauer playing catch outside with Schilling, and she lost the handle.
Schilling knew that she was open and she was going to get herself a baseline shot. She says, my fault. Yes, it is, because she took her eye off the pass. She was ready to go looking at that orange hoop instead of making sure the orange basketball was firm in her grasp.
Jenkins back in now for East Canton. Mickey Smith will take a seat. Just under 6 minutes, third quarter. Ball is free on the court. AJ hunts it down, and is she called for the walk? Yes, she is.
She's called for the walk because her movement on the floor was used to gain an advantage. She can move, but when she rolled over to go to the open part of the floor, then she used her movement to gain an advantage. That's why it was a turnover.
Probably the most misunderstood call in all of high school basketball. That one a little more obvious. There's the walk called on your feet. In this third quarter, we touched on it. Jackson Center on a 6-zip run. East Canton yet to score in the first 2 minutes and 20 seconds. That man would like to see a hoop, though, from his Wizards. Tom Davis, 20th year, a career record of 341 and 129. First trip to the Final Four. He's had 8 trips to the regional. The first time getting all the way to St. John Arena. Turnover, and Regula comes up with the basketball.
Ball is not in the hands of the right people. Jody Dobransky has not had any touches in the second half. And it's not as though East Canton isn't getting possession of the basketball. In the first half, East Canton gets off to a lead because Jody Dobransky has the ball in her hands. You got to put the ball in the hands of the people that can do the job.
This is the style of game that Jackson Center got into with Danville yesterday and was successful in knocking off the #1 team in the state in Division IV. We'll see what happens in this game with 5:18 left to go.
I'll tell you right now, Randy, one of the reasons Julie Regula isn't exactly filling up the scorebook is because she's playing great defense on Jody Dobransky.
And that will occupy plenty of your time. We talked about Dobransky and what she can do, averaging over 21 points a game, and somebody that can run 94 feet, bring the ball up. You touched on it. She's a post player that actually can act like a point guard as well.
Very tough to make that transition in your mind from playing good defense and concentrating on a great player like Dobransky, and then turning it over the other way and start to look for your own scoring opportunities. It's something that comes along, and some people never really get the hang of it.
Shanna Bauer picks up the foul, and Jenkins cannot pick up the first attempt from the line. She'll have one more. All Ohio in track, and she is going to Akron, well, on an academic scholarship.
Good for her. I like the way she plays the game. She'll always play the game because she can pass the basketball.
We are getting wild and ragtag here in the third quarter. 5:12 left to go. East Canton up by 2 at 38-36. Jenkins to inbound.
If East Canton can get the ball into the hands of Dobransky in the open floor, they could put an end to this Jackson Center run. They got to find her. Julie Regula doing a terrific job on defense.
White, baseline blocked off. In fact, Dobransky seeing a double team and a triple team at times. Inside, they get it to Wright. We talked about the force she was in the second quarter coming off the bench. We'll see if she does it again.
The girl with the red hair.
4:48 left to go, third quarter, 4-point lead for East Canton. Who will be the state champion in Division IV? Will it be the Wizards? Will it go to the Tigers? The save by Schilling, nearly right into the hands of Davis, and luckily it is tipped out of bounds by East Canton, so they'll get the basketball back.
You want to look for a post game as long as the 2-3 zone of East Canton is spread as wide as it was. Jackson Center can get the ball either to a high post or to a wing to the low post. They could be vulnerable because the zone is very spread.
Schilling Takes it inside. In and out, no good. Look at the fight inside by Dobransky for the basketball, and she is taking it herself. It goes off somebody's foot. I think it was hers. It was, and it'll go back the other way.
Well, you want the ball in Dobransky's hands in the open floor, but the ball is a magnet. Jody Dobransky turns one over off the foot.
East Canton up by 4. You saw the scoring of this contest. Schilling will put it up. Got it for 2.
They tightened up their zone that time, and Schilling took advantage of it from the wide right wing.
She's in double digits now with 10, and she comes up with the basketball. A chance to tie. 4:08 left to go in the quarter, and knocked away. Nice defense by guess who?
Jody Dobransky. No regard at all for personal safety. Jody Dobransky extended herself on a dive to knock the ball away on the dribble, and then her momentum kept her going out of harm's way, so she didn't get called for the foul. Good look there at Tracy Schilling. And here's Tracy. Watch the dive. And then she carries herself out of the way, avoiding a foul.
Man takes it baseline. Are they going to call it on the floor before the shot? I think they will with 4:01 left to go here in the third quarter.
Brian Sechrist pointing at the floor here at St. John says, nope, this is not the NBA, my friends. We do not get the continuation call. We call that one on the floor.
Speaking of continuation, I understand a certain gentleman is going to continue his NBA career.
The Jordan guy.
Yes. Says he is now back and playing basketball with the Chicago Bulls. You heard it here on Sports Channel.
Good look there at Tasha White. Good first half for Tasha White. Tasha scores 10 in the first half. She's been held scoreless here in the second stanza. Ball's not getting into the right people's hands for East Canton. It was the front line of Bachman and White and Dobransky that did the damage in the first 16 minutes. Haven't seen much out of those 3 girls. Good adjustment at halftime by Roger McEldowney, taking the front line power away from the East Canton Wizards.
Randy Davis looking for another from the line of this contest. The 5'10" senior averages 11 per game. She was second team All-County. Got them both. It is a brand new ball game. 40-40 with 4:00 on the clock in quarter number 3. Randy Reinhardt and Bill Nito, glad to have you aboard here on Sports Channel, and a block inside called on Jackson Center.
Third team foul on Jackson Center as the Wizards of East Canton try to work something. Here you see it. It's Mickey Smith on the dribble, puts it down, and there's the blocking foul. Right, don't just get there quickly enough, Melody Man.
Look at the numbers so far in this contest. You can see why Jackson Center's back in this contest. Jackson Center, the Tigers, doing the number here, scoring 10 points to but 3 for the Wizards. There we go. We are knotted at 40 apiece. That foul went on Melody Man. That is her first. There's just White to right. To Dobransky. Look at that. It was like a war in there. She went through everybody, and Bachman came down with the basketball and put it back in for 2.
Kelly Bachman, second time this game, she showed the ability to keep her body square to the basket while twisting below the waist. Good offensive rebound by Kelly Bachman. The front line's back into it for the Wizards.
This is man outside. Bounce pass to Schilling. 3:20 left to go. East Canton by a bucket.
Perimeter shots from the wing will be there with the zone that they're playing for East Canton. Jackson Center get the perimeter shots if they want them, if the ball reverses quickly enough. Watch for skip passes.
And Regula just lost the handle again, maybe looking for the move inside before she caught the pumpkin, and will turn it over and go the other way with 3:07 left to go. As you saw part of the crowd here at St. John Arena, I've seen more painted faces in one day than I've seen in my whole life here at St. John. Great crowd support for all these schools in the 4 state championship games. A whistle and a foul inside, 2:59 left to go. Will it go on Melody Man? I think that will be her second.
Jody Dobransky had 12 points at the half for East Canton. Jody Dobransky has 12 points right now for East Canton, and we've got 3 minutes to play in the third quarter.
And Tasha White had 10 as well, and Bachman had 9, so only Bachman has scored of the trio. She has a bucket. That is it. 42-40, 2:55 left to go. Wright has it outside. East Canton with the basketball and the 2-point lead. Bachman inside and draws the foul on Christy Weaver.
With the body, Miss Weaver cracks her with the body. Kelly Bachman going to the line. Watch the contact below the waist. Kelly Bachman, good left hand, puts it on the floor. The contact, hip to hip.
So Weaver getting team foul number 5 for Jackson Center here in the second half. East Canton has committed 3, and Bachman adds to her scoring total, now tied with Dobransky for game honors with 12 apiece.
Almost a double-double for Kelly Bachman yesterday in the 20-point victory over Allen Reed. 14 points, 9 rebounds for the senior.
And she widens the lead now out to 4 for the Wizards at 44-40. 2:45 left to go here in quarter number 3 of the Division IV state championship game tonight at 9 right here on Sports Channel. It's the title game in Division III. Arnold with a strong move to the hoop. That thing went everything but go down. And we come back the other way, and this is Dobransky. Hawked by Arnold. Jody to the hoop. Does not fall. The rebound pulled down by Weaver. Taken away, though, by Bachman. Inside Smith. Puts it up. Got it!
Mickey Smith makes the most of the second chance opportunity. Kelly Bachman makes the basket with her hustle on defense.
Lead back up to 6 now. 2:10 left to go. From way outside, the shot is short by Mann. Wright trying to hunt down the rebound. Gets it ahead to Smith. Touchdown pass for Bachman. Puts it up.
There you see the body control once again. Kelly Bachman almost directly underneath the basket, Randy. She's able to play that rubber band move and elongate herself to score from almost directly under the hoop.
And Jackson Center has had enough, thank you. They burn a timeout. They're third with 1:55 left to go. We'll watch the play one more time by East Canton and the hoop by Kelly Bachman.
Mickey Smith to Kelly Bachman, and look at the way she controls herself. Good move by young Kelly Bachman.
Amazing. She's a 3-year starter, all Ohio in track. We talked about her performance in the semis. She's a girl that tries to do anything she can for the school. She went to Europe with the language club during the summer. But I'll tell you what, these girls find time to do all this, become honor students, play in 3 sports, and go overseas. It's incredible. I had a hard time just carrying my books to class, let alone opening them when I got there. So hats off to everybody who plays in these state championship games. Timeout is taken with 1:55 left to go. And who are those people?
Good look at the women's varsity coach at Cleveland State University, Loretta Hummeldorf. In her own way, not only one of the better basketball coaches in Women's Division I, but they tried to hijack her car. 2 guys did about a month ago, Randy, and she knocked both of them the heck out of the automobile.
Look at the numbers from the field. The Wizards shooting nearly 60%. Also, Cleveland State, as a senior should make right here on Sports Channel. 1:51 left to go. 48-40. Jackson Center with the basketball, down by 8. Jenkins, baseline. Back out to Mann. Coach McEldown, he's shaking up the lineup, looking for that combination to get him another surge. They started out the quarter outscoring East Canton 10-3. Regula cannot convert that time, and Wright with another big board inside.
Good substitution by Roger McEldown, and Melody Mann is a good player. Makes things happen off the bench. This is a combination that may cut down the lead as far as Jackson Center is concerned.
Bachman too strong, out of bounds. Last touch by number 34, Brandy Davis, so it stays with East Canton. And Shanna Bauer, the 5'3" junior, averaging 6 per contest, is back in now for the Tigers. And Melody Mann will check out and have a rest after scoring 5 points and going 2 for 5 from the field and 3 assists.
East Canton with an advantage on the glass, almost doubling Jackson Center. There's your freshman, Stacy Wright.
Strong to the hoop. She kind of mirrors Dobransky in her intensity and her ability to take the basketball the length of the court and not be shy about taking it inside.
Stacy Wright, a 9th grader, puts it down on the floor, left-handed, gets the shoulder drop, goes between 2 people and draws the foul. So much of high school basketball and all high school sports, Randy, is tradition. The legacy is set for at least 8 years. Jody Dobransky for 4 years at East Canton picks up a talented freshman right here in Stacy Wright. Stacy Wright, by the time she's a senior, which would be 4 years from now, will be able to still tell about the good old days when Jody Dobransky played. He's got great tradition.
Got a rebound, Bill, and nearly put it back in. Dobransky from her knees is called for the walk.
Once again, trying to gain an advantage with the basketball while you are on the floor. That is why the travel was called.
Other thing, too, when you look at Stacy Wright, off the bench, Bill, she's the 4th leading scorer for East Canton at 7.6 a contest. 48-40 as we approach 1 minute left to go. Quick hands by Dobransky, knocking that one away. Bachman will lead it for Smith, who loses the handle. It's scooped up by Jenkins.
Turnover number 20 for East Canton.
Amy tries to split two defenders, loses the grip on the basketball, and it is hunted down by Tasha White.
Hey, Randy, you know how you can take one score and throw it out? I think each of these teams would like to take the third quarter, just kind of knock it out of the books. Let's go right to the fourth quarter and see what we can make happen. East Canton's been able to maintain this 8-point lead. It has not been an artistic effort at all.
Well, Jackson Center won the first 4 minutes, and East Canton is winning the last 4 minutes.
Absolutely.
23 seconds left, you see, in quarter number 3. Baseline, Bachman is blocked off. That is Smith inside Dobransky. She's a double team. Smith will penetrate. What a move inside. She got the roll.
Mickey Smith penetrates the zone. Jody Dobransky gets it drawn over to one side. Mickey Smith makes it happen down the middle.
She's seeing a lot of playing time in the second half. Davis strong to the hoop, around twice and through right at the end of the quarter. So after 3 periods, East Canton up by 8, 50-42. This is the Division IV state championship game right here on Sports Channel.
The power, the punishment, the pain. The ultimate sports spectacular. Now you can relive the excitement on home video with Top Rank's greatest knockouts. Volumes 1 and 2. Together on one full-length cassette. Legends like Hagler, Hearn, Arguello, Duran. 22 knockouts that changed boxing history. The courage, the champions, and the cheap shots. This is non-stop action, up close and in your face. Call now to order. Winner by a knockout. Top Rank's greatest knockouts, volumes 1 and 2. Together only $19.98. Don't miss the bell. Call now.
Call now to order Top Rank's greatest knockouts. This video makes the perfect gift. Sorry, no CODs. For fastest delivery, please have your credit card ready. Call 1-800-852-7800. That's 1-800-852-7800 now.
We start the fourth quarter here from St. John Arena, Columbus, Ohio, the Division IV state championship game. East Canton up by 8. Jackson Center with the basketball, and Regula strong to the hoop for 2, cutting the lead to 6.
Shows us there's a left hand at the end of that left shoulder. Just Julie Regula, second team All-Ohio player.
And look at this play inside. She takes it away and puts it down for 2 more. The lead is down to 4. Jenkins seeing pressure big time. Backcourt. Lead for White. There's a point you wanted to make about frontline scoring for East Canton and ball handling in quarter number 3.
Well, you can expand it to the entire East Canton team. This is a team whose roles are very clearly defined, Randy. A.J. Jenkins has got to have the ball in her hands in order for the offense to work. If A.J. Jenkins doesn't have the ball in her hands, then Tasha White can't score off the dribble, Jody Dobransky can't use her talents, and Kelly Bachman can't score underneath either. A.J. Jenkins has got to have the ball, and in the third quarter, the ball was not in her hands.
6-0 run by Jackson Center in the last 34 seconds. Randy Davis gets the foul. Bill, that's her third.
Yes, and honorable, I was about to say that Tasha White, honorable mention All-Ohio performer this year for the East Canton Wizards. And you see how she shoots at the line. That's not bad at all at 71.
And you should have seen that semifinal with Ellen. She got banged on both knees. She had to ice him down. She just got knocked around all over the place, and here she is ready to play. It looks like close to 32 minutes in this contest. 7:18 left to go, 52-46 inside. Davis has it rejected by Dobransky from behind, puts it up. Regula keeps it alive, and the push-off inside will go on Kelly Bachman for East Canton. That's her second.
Julie Regula does a great job of getting to the offensive glass here. Randy Davis will miss, but 44 Brown. There she is. Randy Davis fouled on the offensive glass.
Team foul number 4 by East Canton here in the second half. Jackson Center has committed 7. Regula will take it down the lane, put it up. Made it look easy.
Julie Regula held to 2 points in the first half. Now has 10.
And the lead is back at 4. Once again, Dobransky with the basketball to Jenkins. And let's see what East Canton has up their sleeve on this trip. The Wizards going back and forth between 4- and 6-point leads. Bachman will take it over Davis. Tipped around. Amy Jenkins will hunt it down and give it to Regula. And it is launched, and a foul will be called on East Canton with 6:37 left to go in this contest after the baseline jumper by Shannon Bauer.
Fouling the 5'3" baseline jump shooter, not a recommended tactic of defense by any coach at any level. Good look there at Roger McEldowney in his second year as the bench boss of the Jackson Center Tigers, graduate of Wright State. He's lost 5 games out of 52 starts, 47-5, Randy. I would say that is decent.
And you look at Tom Davis, East Canton. He has coached, what, over 470 games now, 341 and 129. We talked about his record, 8 trips to the regional. Last year, the team was 20-6. He is a 70 grad of East Canton.
You know, you talk, good look there at Tom Davis to talk about the tradition of Ohio high school basketball. Tom Davis could be a district runner-up with a Bob Huggins look-alike contest there kneeling on the sideline.
Jenkins back the other way with 6.5 left to go. A chance to cut it to 1 or tie. Schilling. Regula takes it baseline, puts it up, draws the foul with 6:24 left.
Randy, the object of the game is to break down the defense. No matter how you do it, you break it down. Julie Regula does it with a great first step. She takes the ball and she is accelerating at top speed almost immediately. She didn't score, but she gets to the foul line.
52-49 to score. The foul goes on White. That's her 4th foul in this contest. Back with more in the Division IV championship game on Sports Channel right after this. So Tasha White now has 4 personal fouls. She's the first player in this contest to pick up 4. East Canton 27-0. Jackson Center with the same record. East Canton number 4 in the state. Jackson Center number 5. It has come down to the last 6:24 for bragging rights in Division IV. And Julie Regula will go to the line.
Randy, important to remind our audience that Julie Regula, the young lady who is at the foul line, hit a driving jumper with 10.9 seconds to play yesterday to upset number 1 Danville to put Jackson Center into this state championship game. Her coach, Roger McEldowney, says that Julie has been a clutch performer all year long, and as we head to the final 6.5 in this one, watch for her to do big things.
Her high of the season, 29 against Mechanicsburg. In this game, she is up to 12. The lead for East Canton is down to 1. Glad to have you here on Sports Channel. Wright takes it inside, rejected by Jenkins. Schilling brings it back now for the Tigers, with a chance to take the lead for the first time in a long time. Regula inside, Davis draws the foul with 6:03 left.
If there is a member of the Jackson Center Tigers who has made a difference, it is the young lady at the foul line, Brandy Davis. 3 points, 4 rebounds yesterday in the thriller against Danville. Today, Brandy Davis with 12 points and 5 rebounds. What a performance thus far. Catches, gets it on the elbow. She'll go to the line for a pair.
And as well, she is 4 of 6 from the field and a perfect 4 out of 4 from the line. Brandy Davis, what a force she has been. Interesting stat Mark Matheny hands us. Jackson Center went on 6-0 runs in each of the last 2 quarters, the 3rd and 4th respectively. Davis to tie. Did I jinx her?
Yes. But I won't tell her. She won't know this until they watch the tape of this one, Randy, and then they'll come looking for you. See, it didn't matter.
Ties it.
Didn't matter.
We are down to the last 6:03 to crown the state champion in Division IV. Knotted at 52. A.J. Jenkins, backcourt, sees the pressure. Gives it to Dobransky. Up to Smith. Inside. Taken away. Trying to get the pass to Davis. Schilling with the quick hands.
Terrific hustle play by Schilling.
Takes it all the way to the hoop. Cannot get it to fall. And Davis with the rebound inside.
Closest you'll get to coast. Turn it over. Davis tried to get it out of there on the dribble, did freshman Tara Davis. stepped on the end line, turn it back over to Jackson Center.
Back and forth we go with 5:42 left to go in this contest. And the Tigers with the basketball. Both teams, as we said, kind of mirror images. Both were 27-0. They had the co-coaches in the year, and it has come down to a storybook ending for one of these two teams in a script you couldn't write any better for us here at Sports Channel.
Talk about a shift in the momentum. Right now, if I had to bet on where the energy lay, it rests with the Tigers, dressed in black and orange of Jackson Center. They are taking the game to East Canton. They are forcing defense. They are going to the glass offensively. Brandy Davis at the line.
Nikki Smith with a foul. She cannot convert. And they're going to call the palm on Smith, and Jackson Center with yet another chance. It seems like, Bill, they've had about 4 chances here in the last 30 seconds. Take a look at the swipes in this contest. The Tigers have stolen the ball 10 times. 5:35 left to go. Bauer. Schilling is open. Got it! Jackson Center comes all the way back, and on the inbound play, Tracy Schilling picks up a foul. That will be her 3rd.
Jackson Center doing a good job moving the ball to the open spot on the floor where Tracy Schilling drilled that last basket. Unfortunately, when the momentum was going with Jackson Center, the last thing they wanted to do was give East Canton a chance to get to the line and turn things around. They have forced, has Jackson Center, they have forced 25 turnovers from East Canton. Now, granted, East Canton likes to play an up-tempo game, Randy, but 25 turnovers, a lot of turnovers.
Big free throw from Kelly Bachman at the line, cutting the lead to 1. Back into the contest now for the Wizards is Stacy Wright. Bachman with another. She's got 16 in this contest. There you see her numbers from the line. Make it 3 out of 5.
Both teams in the bonus, Randy. It'll be foul shooting and who shoots it the best for the last 5:21.
Alternating possessions, and the Wizards will get it back one more time. And just remember, one more game still coming up live here on Sports Channel. Sherwood Fairview, undefeated and #1 in the state Division III, taking on Akron St. Vincent St. Mary. Look at the hustle out there.
A lot of hustle right there by Tasha White. Not afraid to get down and get a floor burner, too.
Dobransky has it knocked away by Davis. She's fighting for the basketball on top of Bauer, and East Canton gets it back, and the Jackson Center fans aren't that happy right now. Put up by White. Amy Jenkins with the board. Jackson Center with the basketball and a 1-point lead. And Schilling and Bauer will play catch outside. Regula. Quick hands by Jenkins, nearly knocks that one away as it goes from AJ to Amy. Regula looking inside with 4:42 left to go. She gets the pass, nice little give and go, loses the handle, needs some help. That's Schilling. And look at Dobransky fighting for the board over Regula, and a whistle and a foul called on the Tigers, and chalk it up to Brandy Davis. I'm telling you, Jody Dobransky will not be denied.
Jody Dobransky made a play the last time down the floor in which she threw herself on top of the Jackson Center girl, ripped the ball away from her, and rolled it out to the backcourt so that East Canton could retain possession. Last time down the floor, Jody Dobransky simply jumped over the top of Julie Regula, snatched the rebound away from her, and headed back the other way. She is playing with a tremendous amount of ferocity.
However, she has not scored here in the second half, and Brandy Davis now has her 4th personal foul in this contest.
I'll tell you what to watch for. How about we take a look at season free throw shooting percentage, Randy, because that's what it boils down to. First point of the second half for Jody Dobransky just from there, but whoever shoots free throws the best is going to win this ballgame.
Well, as a team, 63% for East Canton, Jackson Center at 61%. 4:25 left to go. East Canton by a single point. Schilling looking inside. Davis is out of his contest with the 4 fouls. Regula will launch. Long rebound. Amy Jenkins hunts for it. She has it taken away one more time by Dobransky. She's everywhere. This is Wright. Halfway through the 4th quarter. Inside. White will put it up. Got it. And a chance for one more. And chalk up the foul to Christy Weaver.
That's what she can do better than anybody else they've got, and that's shoot the ball on the move. All honorable mention, all Ohio. Tasha White, pass from Wright. Tasha White on the move. There's the dribble. she pulls up off the glass, she can shoot the ball while she's moving, Randy.
Each team in the bonus. Each team with only one timeout left in this contest. White converts the three-point play.
She can also shoot the ball while she's standing still as well.
71% from the line, Bill, on the season. And that's the story in this contest. Randy Reinhardt, Bill Needle, glad to have you aboard here on Sports Channel. Division IV Championship. Amy Jenkins, baseline, got it, big hoop.
Clutch, basket, it was a makeable shot that had to be made, and Amy Jenkins did.
And full court pressure put on now by the Tigers. And they call the offensive foul on Jody Dobransky. They say she was pushing off, so Jody picks up foul number 3 in this contest.
The foul resulted from a lack of body control rather than an intentional push-off as Roger McEldowney takes a look. Looking for the overload offense, says their assistant coach. Take a look for the ball to be entered from the top. Looking for somebody down on the low post. Maybe someone on the block will be over.
Roger will have a good team next year. Bill, his JVs were 14-6 this campaign. Inside Regula, in and out. Gets the rebound back, puts it up. Nope. White with the board. Hawked by Bauer. And Jenna will pick up the foul.
Randy, 3:19 to play. My pick to click. The team that shoots the better of the free throws. Since we mentioned it, 1-for-1 East Canton. Here's an action on the last play. The overload has Regula cutting down the paint. Good look straight on and off. Offensive rebound goes to Julie Regula. Takes it again. Not as good a shot as this first opportunity. The rebound there by Tasha White.
It is crunch time, so Brandy Davis with the 4 personal fouls will come back into this game. Christy Weaver will take a seat. You see the numbers on Tasha White in this contest from the charity stripe. Also back in now, Melody Mann for Jackson Center. What a contest this has been. East Canton controlling after the first quarter. We were knotted at 18. Then they outscored Jackson Center 19-12 in the second quarter to march out to a 7-point bulge. They widened it by 1 at the end of 3 stops, 50-42. And now they have it at a 3-point margin with 3:19 left to go. Tom Davis. His assistant coach is his former head coach, Bob Jordan, who was the head coach at East Canton. He said, you know, he beat me a couple times when he left the school. I had to hire him back as an assistant coach. 60-56. Regula outside. Her Tigers down by 4. Man! Not this time. And Dobransky with the rebound, but she has no help. Now Wright will help her out, and she'll lead it up court for Tasha White. 3 minutes left to go. If you're the Wizards, do you start moving things out just a little bit right now? And there's the foul on Amy Jenkins. I've got her for 4.
Let's see what the freshman does when she gets to the line, Randy. Since we mentioned the free throw shooting, here's AJ, who needs the ball in her hands for that offense to function right. Amy Jenkins reaches in on the pass, and Stacy Wright goes to the free throw line. From the line thus far today, Stacy Wright is 0 for 2, but in the last 4 minutes thus far, East Canton is 3 for 3, all of them by Tasha White. 4 for 4 for East Canton. Now they have a lead of 5 points.
Stacy Wright on the season shoots 71% from the line. Off the bench, she has 7 points. That is her average on the campaign. And Bill, it is a lot different shooting free throws here in front of 9,000 fans at St. John Arena than in your home gym in front of about 1,000 fans. Everything on the line here.
Unless you can convince yourself that you're in your driveway doing it in front of nobody but the squirrels in the trees.
And if this is your driveway, I would hate to see your house. A 6-point lead with 2:52 left to go. And let's see now what Jackson Center can do to cut into that East Canton lead. Look at that defense now pulling out a little bit more for the Wizards. Inside, Davis, got it!
Brandy Davis playing a great ball game for Roger McEldowney today. The lead is 4.
And this is Bachman. She's a double team. Up to White. Tasha with the basketball, and she is called for the double dribble. What a game it has been, Bill.
Turnover, number 16 for East Canton. 28 turnovers for East Canton.
Yet, they are up in this contest by 4 points, but Jackson Center can cut it to 2. Inside, Davis got it!
Where they should not be vulnerable at this time of the game, they are, and that is in the paint down low.
This is the time you have to play to win. Right to White. Back to Stacy as we approach the 2-minute warning here in the 4th quarter. You've got it right now. This is Bachman. East Canton a little more patient here on offense here as we're under 2 minutes and they cling to a 2-point lead. Dobransky working inside, put it up. Nope, can't get it to fall. And the reaching foul goes on Kelly Bachman.
Foul number 3 on Kelly Bachman, goes aggressively to the offensive glass, but she really had no chance to get the offensive rebound. She was charging the glass. Kelly Bachman takes a walk over to talk to her coach, Tom Davis.
3 players in this game with 4 fouls. Tasha White for East Canton, and Amy Jenkins for Jackson Center, and Brandy Davis for Jackson Center.
Well, Randy, we talked about free throw shooting it with 4 minutes to play. We now have 1:43. This is the first trip that Jackson Center has to the free throw line since we looked at free throw shooting as an issue. Julie Regula hits one.
3 out of 3 from the line.
In the last 4 minutes, Randy, these teams are combined 6 for 6 from the foul line. I don't think the pressure bothers them at all.
She's got 13 points, Bill, in this game. 11 in the second half, now make it 12 in the second half, 14 for the contest. Brand new game again at 62, 140 left to go, and take it away. Davis, what a play by Bauer with the pick. 90 seconds left, Amy Jenkins, Shanna Bauer, Tracy Schilling. What a contest this has been. Back and forth we went. East Canton in control in the middle 2 quarters. The Jackson Center will not say die. Reminiscent of their game with Danville. Regula. Jenkins will stop and pop and hit the side of the iron. Davis keeps it alive. Schilling in and out. Regula puts it up. Rejected inside. Dobransky with the rebound. Lead pass. Does anybody see it? Is hunted down by Bachman. She'll put it up. Wright gets it. Regula with the board. A lot of contact inside as we're under a minute. 48 seconds left to go. Jackson Center with the basketball. Do you reach a point where you think one?
No, sir. You reach a point where you find Julie Regula and make sure she gets an opportunity to go. She's right now at the right elbow, 44 in the orange and black.
Or Brandy Davis. She's been a force as well in this contest. Schilling outside. You see time remaining. And they're backing it out one more time. Roger McEldowney yelling to his troops. You see time remaining. This is Bauer. What a game this has been. Amy Jenkins to Bauer. Schilling comes back out now. Skips it to Bauer. Jenkins makes the move. Puts it up baseline. Brandy Davis does not go down with 2/10 of a second left to go. Davis looking for the rebound hoop. It doesn't fall. We are going to overtime, Bill Needle.
The first thing, we'll get a good look at Brandy Davis, who has played a whale of a game for Jackson Center today. Amy Jenkins off, front of the rim. Great aggressiveness by Brandy Davis. Up and around and out. And we head to overtime.
We'll take a break and be back for 4 more minutes of basketball. Knotted at 62, the Division IV state championship game here on Sports Channel.
North Coast Basketball Camps offers an invitational scouting camp for girls in grades 9 through 12. Players compete in 3 5-on-5 games per day in varsity and junior varsity divisions. The emphasis is on intense competition, and college coaches attend each session. Players also get instruction in advanced offensive techniques and receive a professional evaluation at the conclusion of the camp. Call North Coast Basketball Camps now and be a member of a winning team.
Welcome back for overtime in the Division IV state championship game at Jackson Center and East Canton. Now resetting the scene for you, overtime now this year has been increased from 3 to 4 minutes. Also, each team had only 1 timeout left. You add 1 for the overtime session. each team now with 2 timeouts left in this contest.
Last time Division IV went to overtime 2 years ago. Upper Scioto Valley against Zanesville Rosecrans. Double overtime. Leanna Hicks hits a 28-footer to send it to overtime. They go scoreless in the first overtime. Gwen Hurley, who now plays at Kent State University, wins it with a short banker at the end of the second overtime. A great ball game in Division IV. We got another one right here, Randy.
Jackson Center takes it away, and Bill, this could be a battle of attrition as well. Remember, you've got 3 players in there with 4 personal fouls each. We'll see what happens. Jenkins will take it inside. Amy will stop and pop and nail it.
She doesn't look like she's doing a lot, but with solid defense, good passing, and making the makeable shots, Amy Jenkins, a valuable member of the Jackson Center Tigers.
She's got 10 in this contest, and she gives the Tigers a 2-point lead. 3:14 left in overtime. Knocked away inside. A push-off with 3:13 left to go. It's going to go on Julie Regula. That will be her 3rd.
Call it on Julie. Shooting it is Jody. Over the top, Julie Regula. Great pass by A.J. Jenkins. Sees the cutter down the middle. Good court vision by A.J. Jenkins. I think one of the things that Jackson Center has done very well today, Randy, is taking the ball out of A.J. Jenkins' hands. Because if she monopolizes the ball, she makes the right pass.
Well, she averages nearly 7 assists per contest. We were talking about that. Also, Dobransky does a great job of distributing the basketball outside, something you don't normally see for a team in Division IV with 2 big players that can handle it outside like that. Jody with another. Brand new game again at 64.
Randy, with 4 minutes to play in the 4th quarter, we started keeping track of free throws. The teams combined are now 9 for 9 since 4. They have not missed a free throw since 4 minutes in the ball game. Regulation left.
They're right. The cream does rise to the top here in the Division IV state championship game. Outside Schilling. This is Jenkins. Davis. Look familiar. The shot at the end of regulation, and a whistle and a foul inside with 2:49 left to go, and chalk it up to Jody Dobransky. I've got that as her 4th foul.
One of the reasons that I am becoming a big fan of Julie Regula, Randy, is her ability to do other things than score. Watch the way she goes to the glass on the offensive board for Jackson Center. Julie Regula, the ball off, there she is, takes it back up. Again, draws the foul, and she converts her first free throw. That's 10 in a row, both teams combined, since free throw shooting became an issue. On the game, 19 out of 25 for East Canton, and 16 out of 21 for Jackson Center.
Regula now with 16 points in this contest. Remember, she had just 2 at the break. 2:45 left to go. A whistle and a walk called. And we'll go back to the Wizards one more time. Also, the foul situation. Tasha White out there for East Canton with 4, and now Jody Dobransky with 4. For Jackson Center, I've got Brandy Davis with 4 personal fouls, and Amy Jenkins with 4 as well. 66-64. Dobransky inside, turnaround from 16. Rebound to Bachman, off the glass, pretty shot for 2.
Great garbage play by Kelly Bachman. Always charges the offensive glass. That time it came right to her. Great instincts. 18 for Kelly Bachman.
17 for White, 16 for Dobransky. You want to talk balance for East Canton. Bauer outside, 2:15 left to go. Regula takes it strong to the hoop, and another 2 for Julie. She is on fire in the second half at overtime.
The move was made by her ability to hang in the air to give Jackson Center that 2-point lead.
Bill, this might be a battle of attrition for the announcers as well.
Not at all. I think I'm being energized by this, Randy. Let's get out there. Home run
touchdown pass. This is White. Tanya from 15 gets a rebound. Nope. Fought for inside. And if White went over the back, she is history with 2:01 left in overtime.
And she did, my friend. She leaves with 17 points and 6 rebounds. Tasha White takes a seat.
5 out of 5 from the line as well. She was 6 out of 11 from the field. She also had an assist in this contest. A great all-around game for a young lady that will be back next season. She is a 6-foot junior, averaging 14.8 per contest, and a 2-year starter for East Canton.
Double-double for Julie Regula as Julie goes to the line. 16 of her 18 points have come in the second half. 10 rebounds. Perfect at the line. How long are we going to talk about this free throw shooting before we put the kibosh on them? Since we started keeping track, the teams are combined 11 out of 11. Julie Regula, 6 out of 6 from the line. Here she goes again.
We are tied at 1 apiece in the kibosh department, so I'm not touching it anymore. With 2:01 left to go here in overtime, and Julie goes there one more time. What a contest this has been. You know, in the open we said these teams could be mirror images. The tenacity that they play the game with. Each team 27-0. Co-coaches of the year. One team number 4 in the state. The other number 5. East Canton would like a timeout. They get it with 2:01 left to go. They burn their 4th timeout. They have 1 remaining. Smith checked back into the ballgame. Mickey Smith, a 5'5" junior, and Tasha White checked out.
There you get a look at Tom Davis, co-coach of the year, Division IV, talking to his Wizards of East Canton. Talking certainly about what to do offensively on a make, because you can expect pressure from Jackson Center if they make it. What to do offensively? Find Jody Dobransky, because Tasha White is now out of the game. Good look there, Randy, at the timeouts. East Canton down to 1. 2 minutes to play in this first overtime.
I'll tell you what, East Canton has been tested before in the tournament. They are tough. But they've come out on top. They've had some tough games. I go back to that game they had against Rosecrans in the regional final. They came away victorious 63-57. We'll see what happens here. They are down by 3. Jackson Center going to the line as you look at Dobransky and now Regula, 2 of the forces in this contest. You go through this, and Bill, you could pick about 7 players you could name star of the game in this contest in the Division IV state championship matchup.
Each of the games we've seen today, Randy, has had a different personality. There was a technical clinic put on by Roger Bacon. There was a tremendous amount of drive and determination by Lakewood in their game against Beaver Creek. And in this one, it's like 2 heavyweights toe-to-toe. They're just punching each other as hard as they can, and nobody's backing down.
And we're in the 13th round right now, and a walk is called on Smith. We'll go back the other way with 1:52 left to go here in overtime.
It's not the clinic that other games were, but no one is running away and no one is cracking. It is an inspiring game to watch.
And certainly the most exciting of the 3 state championship games we have seen so far here today. And don't forget, yet another game is coming your way. This could be entertaining. It is the Division III state championship game. Sherwood Fairview taking on Akron St. Vincent St. Mary at 9 o'clock right here at Sports Channel. Maybe this game will be done by then. Who knows? 1:43 left to go. Jenkins.
It better be done by then or will be done by then.
4 teams on the court at the same time. This is Schilling. Looking for an opening. I tell you what, the Tigers have executed their offense to a higher degree in the second half, Bill, than they did in the first half. Taking nothing away from their play in the first 16 minutes, but they have just turned it up a notch here in the second half. And they're up right now by 4. They have the basketball. Time ticking down. 1:15 left to go. East Canton just trying to play some tough defense and force the turnover, but you feel that sometime they'll have to commit the foul, and there it is. Kelly Bachman does so, and she will pick up her 4th with 1:09 left in overtime.
Well, if the time came to foul, and it did at 1:09, Kelly Bachman made sure it got done. She made no doubt about the fact that she was going over there to try and get the best she could of Amy Jenkins. Shanna Bauer checking back in. And Amy Jenkins goes to the line thus far today. She's 2 out of 2. She's got 10 points on the game.
Melody Mann will take a seat for the Tigers of Jackson Center.
First missed free throw since 4 minutes to play in the 4th quarter.
Dobransky fighting desperately for the basketball. Bachman as well, but it goes out of bounds and back to the Tigers with 1:05 left to go. They were just hunting that thing down. It was like the magnet was being drawn in the opposite direction, both crawling and lunging for the basketball. And one more time, the Tigers get it back with 1:05 left to go.
Time to run more clock. How do they do it? They do it out front with their ball. Oh,
and look at this. Davis is open inside. Big hoop for Brandy Davis. The lead up to 6 with 60 seconds left to go. A.J. Jenkins to right. She puts it up. Too strong. And pulled down by Davis. She is tied up. If it's Dobransky, no, they're going to call a jump ball. It will be a jump ball, alternating possessions, and give the basketball to Jackson Center. For a moment, it looked like Jody Dobransky could have picked up her 5th foul, but she got just basketball, according to our referees, Tom Maloney and Brian Seacrest.
Watch the hustle of Brandy Davis. Ball goes over. Watch how aggressively she goes after the basketball, pulling it away from Kelly Bachman. Gets wrapped up by Dobransky and Bachman, and Jackson Center's looking mighty nice.
2-on-1, Schilling to the hoop. Regula puts it up, and that'll be it with 42.3 left to go for Jody Dobransky.
Must be frustrating for the Division IV Player of the Year. All season long, she's been able to do just about anything she wants. Here she comes along from the backside, up in the air, over the top, fouls Julie Regula.
Jody will check out with those numbers, plus 9 rebounds, 2 assists, 4 steals. She was 6 of 7 from the line, and the heart and soul of the East Canton team in this contest. But still a lifetime left, 42.3 left to go. Regula, though, will have 1 more from the line. Points in the second half and overtime for Julie Regula. Smith will penetrate and put it up and cut it now down to a 5-point margin with 30 seconds left to go. Schilling. This is Jenkins. A whistle and a foul with 23.7 on the clock. That will send Jackson Center to the line one more time. Tara Davis will pick up the foul, and that was emphatic as well.
This one's good for 2 free throws and 15 yards, Randy. Both girls, both Davis and Bachman, made sure that they made sure that Amy Jenkins got to the free throw line.
Anticipation right now along the Tiger side. Up by 5. Make it 6.
Collision didn't bother Amy Jenkins. Randy, when you take a look at what Jackson Center's been able to do, every single one of their 5 starters has had a role in their success. Amy Jenkins made the shots that needed to be made, although she was not overwhelming. Brandy Davis has absolutely positively played the great game of her year.
That could do it. Tara Davis takes it inside with 17 seconds. Smith will put it up and not get the roll. Wright will fight for it. She can't get the bounce. 10 seconds left to go. Off the glass, no good by Bachman, and with 6 seconds left to go, another foul, and that will do it. And Jackson Center can finally breathe that sigh of relief. And what a climb for them, Bill Needle, in the second half to come back in this contest down by double digits. Jackson Center has controlled things here in overtime.
Lady at the line, Julie Regula. Today, 12 rebounds, 21 points, 9 out of 10 from the line, and a state championship as she says goodbye. Well, no, Julie Regula's a junior. She'll be back. She'll be back.
Brandy Davis, though, will say goodbye. She checks out of this contest after an outstanding game, 19 points. And
great
the crowd
gesture
for Jackson Center cheering.
Great gesture if we can get a shot at the backside foul line. Get a look at Heather Jacobson limping around at the foul line in the back corner. Heather Jacobson severely sprained her ankle, one of the integral parts of the East Canton team. Was unable to play today, but her coach, Tom Davis, put her in the ballgame with 6 seconds to play so she could get her name in the scorebook, and she can tell her people as her years go on that she too saw the action. There's Heather Jacobson, one of the integral parts of the lineup, was injured yesterday in the semifinal game. Great gesture, but as far as I'm concerned, Randy, that typifies what high school sports are for. The experiences, the memories, the feelings. Tom Davis has a fan in me, thanks to what he did for Heather Jacobson.
And that's how guys like McEldowney and Davis get to be co-coach of the year in Division IV. Jacobson injured that ankle in the first quarter. She is a 4-year letter winner. She put in the time. She deserves to be here one final time at St. John Arena. And here's a lady that has a chance to perhaps make another trip next season, Julie Regula. She has been a house of fire. Celebration continues for the Tigers. She nails them both. 23 points, and the subs will continue. And Regula now will check out. 23 points, 12 rebounds, 11 out of 12 from the line. She had 2 assists and 3 steals in this contest. And Wright will bring it up in the waning moments. Jacobson had the basketball and is launched from outside. It is no good, and that is it. Jackson Center, your champion in Division IV, winning it by 9. Your final score in overtime, 77-68. Back with more here on Sports Channel right after this.
Discover the amazing training secrets of America's finest baseball school with Dynamic Practice Organization, a revolutionary new instructional videotape. Dynamic Practice Organization features professional scout and instructor Tommy Mansky with his famous building block approach to athletic training. This exciting instructional videotape features the same drills, techniques, and methods that have produced baseball world's back-to-back-to-back AAU national championship teams. Dynamic Practice Organization makes any coach look like a genius and organizes offensive and defensive practices that players of all ages and ability levels can't wait to attend. And immensely improves team communication skills and even conditioning. This is the instructional video that's a winner. To order your copy for only $29.95, have your credit card ready and call toll-free 1-800-282-5020. The Dynamic Practice Organization teaching video makes a great gift, too. Call now, 1-800-282-5020.
Great cars, great deals. It's a great time to see your Lincoln Mercury dealer.
And at this price, it's a great time to get an all-new Mercury Mystique and the perfect time to lease Mystique. With special savings available for this month only, Mystique offers an extensive list of standard features, 5-passenger seating, dual airbags, and the best highway mileage of any car in its class. And you'll get it all, plus special red carpet lease savings if you see your Lincoln Mercury dealer today.
Time is money, so see your Lincoln Mercury dealer now.
BW3, Buffalo, Wild Wings, and WEC is where you want to go for food, fun, and just about anything else. Wings in 10 flavors from teriyaki to curry, from mild to wild to absolutely blazing. Besides the great wings, BW3 has WEC burgers and lots of other terrific stuff. Come in for happy hour, stay for dinner. BW3, the home of the real wing.
St. John Arena, what a scene as Jackson Center comes back trailing by more than 10 points throughout much of the second half. They tie the contest, and they win by 9 in overtime over East Canton. 77-68 your final score. There is the object of their attention. They will get that trophy and advance to 28-0 on the season. Bill, we talked about these teams being mirror images. It's kind of apropos that the game would end up in overtime like this.
They were mirror images for the first 32 minutes, and then the images started to get distorted as far as East Canton was concerned. Randy, you could see it coming as we look at a forlorn group of East Canton Wizards. Another undefeated team bites the dust. It was inevitable. East Canton comes in at 27-0. Jackson Center closes the season out at 28-0. East Canton just wasn't able to get the ball to the people that needed it. And therein was the difference as far as I'm concerned.
Time now to take a look at the final numbers for this contest after playing 36 minutes of basketball. Look at that from the field. East Canton 45%, Jackson Center 44%. From the free throw line, a lot of attempts. Jackson Center 23 of 29, East Canton 19 of 25. Field the rebounds in favor of East Canton by 12, but look at the turnovers committed by the Wizards, 31-16 for the Tigers.
And that cannot help but hurt.
So those are some of the numbers in this contest as you look at part of the ceremonies going on right now as they honor East Canton for being the runner-ups in the state in Division 4. And Jackson Center will get the trophy. It's going to be a happy night, I tell you, in Shelby County when the folks go back home and congratulate the Jackson Center Tigers on the state championship. Their first trip to the Final Four last year, they were 20-5. The boys won the state title in 1985. Ironically, there was a bonfire before they came here to the Final Four, and some of the guys from the 85 championship team came back and talked about what it meant to be a champion in boys high school basketball, saying this is what you need to do and try to remember to do, and I think they were able to instill some of those qualities in the Jackson Center girls here today.
Anybody that's worried about the future of our country should really listen to some of the stories like the one you just told, Randy, about the generations a decade ago coming back to let the younger kids know what it means, what it's all about. We are in good hands. Our future is in good hands as we take a look at the young people here from East Canton. Even in defeat, Jody Dobransky right there, Division IV Player of the Year. She'll play at Ashland come the fall. It's not fun, but there will be a tomorrow, even if you lose.
A.J. Jenkins now getting her award.
She'll be going on to the University of Akron, Academic Scholarship Award winner. How quickly you recover is the measure. How quickly you recover.
Something I think will happen for East Canton, too. This is a program that knows how to win. Tom Davis has done a tremendous job over 2 decades there leading that program. Their first trip as well to the Final Four. They will bounce back. East Canton was led by Bachman in this game, Bill, with 18 points. White had 17, and Dobransky had 16 points. For Jackson Center, Regula had 23, Davis with 19, Schilling had 12, Jenkins with 12, Bauer had 4. That's a sneaky 4, though. She had a number of assists as well and set up a lot of points. Basically, she led to a number of the points they got inside in this contest. So great balance for Jackson Center and for East Canton as well. We talked about East Canton. I think they'll be back. Jackson Center, remember, as we said, Julie Regula is just a junior. She'll be back as well.
You know, Randy, you talk about the mirror images of things in this ball game. In the first half, Julie Regula had 2 points. She finished with 23. 21 isn't bad at all. And in the first half of this game, Jody Dobransky had 12 points. She finished with 16, giving her 4 in the second half. They're an unfortunate mirror image of one good half and one bad half. And unfortunately, the bad half came out on the side of Jody Dobransky and Tom Davis and the East Canton Wizards.
Assistant Commissioner Dwayne Warrens now is addressing the teams and congratulating the runner-ups from East Canton right now. Let's see if we can catch part of his comments.
7 straight wins, an opportunity to play for the state championship. Girls, I know how proud your fans and your family are up there. They have nothing but pride in what you've accomplished. When you head back for East Canton, I know you're disappointed at this moment, but you have so much to be proud of. So on behalf of the Ohio High School Athletic Association, our commissioner, board of control, and all of our member schools, it's a privilege for me to present to you the 1995 state runner-up trophy. Congratulations, girls.
A team that averaged 70 points a contest, giving up 36. They run out the table and go 28-0. And Roger McEldowney advances his record to 48-5 on the season. Holly Haynes now with the public address announcement as they introduce the state champions in Division 4.
Melody Mann. Coach McElvoney, and the Lady Tigers from Jackson Center. You know how proud those people are up there of you, Miss Mary Logan. Girls, when this season started, there were 200 schools in your division that had dreams of playing today. And as you know, after 28 straight wins, there's only one that is still undefeated, and we know who that is. Girls, I think they're proud of you up there. It sounds like it anyway. Lady Tigers, you have earned a right to be called state champions. So on behalf of the Ohio High School Athletic Association, our commissioner, board of control, and all of our member schools, it's a privilege for me to present to you the 1995 state championship trophy. Congratulations.
There you have it. Indeed, the Tigers are great in 1995. Jackson Center, 28-0, victorious over East Kent in the state championship game in Division IV by a final score of 77-68. That wraps it up for now from St. John Arena in the Division IV state championship game. Don't forget, coming up tonight at 9 o'clock, it's the Division III state championship game. Sherwood Fairview taking on Akron St. Vincent St. Mary. And we will join Buckeye Racing Report in progress. For Bill Needle, I'm Randy Reinhardt. So long, everybody, from St. John Arena. The preceding has been an exclusive presentation.